Hey, how y'all doing? Bob Lagrasso here from OddsJam and OddsJam TV and the Sports Nuts with my baseball betting strategies. Oh, yes, it's time for Ol' Abner has done it again. Yes, sir. All right, don't forget to click those links below for the best sports books in your state. And don't forget that link for the OddsJam Partner Program. Share it with a friend. You get 20% of all the revenue generated from that link. Let's jump in here and talk a little bit. All right. In baseball, you have the money line. Obviously, you know that's win or lose. We know how that works. And then you have the run line. Okay. The run line is similar to hockey with the puck line. Okay. It's usually the game starts -1.5 or +1.5. One's the favorite, one's the dog. But the dog can actually come through for you if the team that you're betting against has a lot of close games. The dog could actually lose the game, but get the +1.5. They lose by a run, you win the bet. There's a lot of value in that, as there is in hockey too. And it also is valuable if you're the favorite at -1.5, because you're not going to be able to play the money line because it doesn't make sense. The money line's at like -300. You're not gonna lay any money on that. That would be really goofy, right? Okay, so that kind of gives you an idea of the money line, the run line. Then there's the totals, which is how many runs are scored in a game. I'm gonna show you a little bit of that here in a bit on the OddsJam Major League Baseball odds page. Okay, divisional games really need to be a focus. Okay. If one team is dominating another, especially as the season goes on, need to keep an eye on that. You know, historically, believe it or not, it does come into play, but especially that season. And, you know, some teams have a pitcher's number. You know, the Cubs may whip the heck out of Adam Wainwright of the Cardinals. You know, you got to keep that in mind when you're looking at the matchups. The weather. Okay, where are we playing at? Is it raining? You know, in Miami, we get a lot of rain in the early part of the season, a lot of cold weather. And the other thing is the umpires. You know, do you know who's going to be behind the plate in that game? Does he have a wide strike zone, or does he squeeze guys? You know, those things need to come into play. Okay, so now what I'm going to do here real quick, I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you. This is the Cardinals at Pittsburgh. This is for Thursday, April 7th at 3:15. The Cardinals in Pittsburgh playing. It's at St. Louis. Here's what the money line looks like right now at this moment. -205. They're the favorite. +172. I really don't want to bet that. I know Adam Wainwright is pitching for the Cardinals. I have pretty much faith in him, and he's done a really good job against the Pirates over the years. It's also Albert Pujols' homecoming. That's huge. So right here, this first half run line is the first 5 innings of the game. Okay, you're either minus a half a run or -1 run. Okay. Do you think the Cardinals after 5 innings will be up by a run or more? Actually, more than a run, because if it's just a run, it's a push. Then you take the -1. You think the Cardinals are going to be winning 3-1 or 4-2 or 5-3? You get +105. If not, maybe you think the Pirates are +1. Okay. So they're getting a run, and the score is tied at the end of 5 innings. Well, that's -122 with the Pirates at +1. Okay, let's take a look at the run line here. The run line is usually going to start off at 1.5. Okay, it does the same thing in hockey. That means if you take the Pirates +1.5, they can only lose by a run in order for you to win the bet. If you take the Cardinals -1.5, they got to win by 2 runs in order for you to win the bet, or otherwise you lose. Okay, so those are things to keep in mind. And then we have total runs, which in this game the number is 8, early in the season, since we've had a shortened spring training, are you going to bet more overs? There's a lot of, remember, pitchers coming out of spring training are usually ahead of hitters. Is that going to hold true this year with a shortened spring training and the lockout and everything? Or are the hitters going to be a little bit more on, and you're going to get more runs scored? How are the pitchers? Remember, the pitchers didn't go through the elongated spring training. How are their arms holding up? How quick do you go to the bullpen? There is a key to betting in baseball, folks. The bullpen. Do you have a good bullpen? Do you have a bad bullpen? Do you have a mediocre bullpen? Do you have those guys that can close out the game in the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th innings? Because remember, baseball starters don't go as long as they used to. Okay? So those are a few tips that I know of. And, I appreciate any comments you might want to leave below. Like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for joining in on Bob's Baseball Betting Strategies. We'll see you later.